Welcome back to this clown's garage. In this video I will be installing a stealth hitch on this 2014 Audi S4. So this hitch is going to go right here. You just cut this panel down here for it, and just the receiver clips here, and you can always take it off and no one would know you have a hitch for this car. These guys also make hitches for all different types of Audis, so check these guys out. I'll show you what the parts that we're going to put in right now. So this is what the kit comes with. Like I said, go to stealthhitches.com. It comes with the bar. You put where your bumper is. Instructions. This goes underneath where the receiver goes into. There's also a lock. There's keys in here for the lock. Bolts. We also got the kit with the wiring to do the left turn signal, right turn signal, and the brake lights. And this is what the receiver looks like in the ball. This case is separate. It's a nice little case on stealth hitches. So let's begin. First thing you do is there's two Torx 30 T30 bolts over here, two here and two there for these latches. Take those off on the left side and the right side of the rear trunk. And do the same with the other three. Take this one off, and the one back here off. Now this is the passenger side. You just pop this off. Just like that. Alright, that's a tail light retaining nut over there. You insert that into the hole and you turn counterclockwise to help you crack it loose, and just go ahead and take this off. And now I'm going to pop the tail light off on this side, the passenger side. Alright, now I'm going to put a towel over here so I won't scratch the paint. I'm also going to put tape here later, but over here you could put a pry bar to help you pry this out. And now over here you could slide this off over here. Then you have this, and you squeeze that down, pull this apart. And now the driver's side, we're going to do the exact same procedure on this side. Take this taillight out. Now the rear over here by the rear tires, the wheel well, there's 3 T25 Torx screws. These might be hidden because it's full of crap over here from the road, so you're gonna have to go digging for it. So there's, like I said, there's one here. And do the same thing on the other side. Now over here there's also 3 T25 screws under the bumper over here. Take those out. Okay, now in the trunk here, you just lift that back here and that pops out, and this whole thing comes out. Grab this, turn it counterclockwise, and remove the spare tire. Now over here, you grab this, slide it up and out. Just like that. I'm also going to take this plastic cover off and take this off over here. This one's the battery. Alright, now where we took the rear taillights off, there's this plastic pin here. Use a pry tool underneath it to move it up, and remove this, and also to the other side. Before you take the bumper off, there's 2 10mm nuts here. You need a deep socket to reach them, and they're right in here. And like that. And do the same thing on the other side. Alright, now we're going to pop this bumper off. Just pull on this. Okay. And that's that. Okay, now this wire here, you can't disconnect it, or else you gotta reprogram the computer. So we're gonna leave it connected. Separate that. we're going to put this on this bench over here. Alright, so we're on the passenger side of the car over here. We put it on a stand over here. We put some towels to protect the paint. We'll leave that over there. Now for the bumper reinforcement. There's a two 16mm bolts over there. Uno, dos. And same thing on the passenger side. You don't have to put anything underneath. It already unscrews fully. And the last bolt. Now grab this son of a bitch and manhandle it out. No. Come on, baby, you can do it. Come on, baby. Woo! Who's your clown father?
Wow, clown, you're strong.
That's right. Okay, now I gotta clean the hole. I gotta shove my whole hand in there because it has to be clean before insertion.
Wow, thanks, clown.
Take notes, Brianna. And now insert in das hole. You can see inside. You align both holes. Okay, so they want you to center this right in the middle. So what I did, I just put one finger on each side, on both sides. And that's my centering. Okay, now for the bolts. They give you the lock washers and the washers. I'm also going to put some blue thread locker. They don't say that in the instructions, but this is a must here. Because you don't want this coming apart. And this is going to be torqued down to 45 foot-pounds. And pop that in there. And now torque these down to 45 foot-pounds. And do the rest. And I'm done. Alright, now we're going to put this in. I'm going to put this in through here. This goes in like this. And then the bolts go through here. And then this plate here. Just like that. Put some blue thread locker on these also. And put the nylocks on these that they give you. And these get torqued down to 150 foot-pounds. Go ahead and tighten that down. Yeah, baby! Woo! Yeah, and we're done. Woo! Alright, let's take this grommet off. 3/8 drill bit here, just drill right through it. Yeah, baby, work that hole.
Oh, wow.
So that's good. Alright, so I give you a little magnetic holder here. I slid that on. That's going to go over there. And on this side, these wires can go through this hole that we just did. Just like that. I'm not going to zip tie anything yet over here until I'm done wiring. Slide that through here and push that on. So this is the module they give you. This module has 4 wires going out of it on one side and a bunch of wires going on the other side. And these wires obviously go to the harness that we just put on the hitch over here. I already did 3 of them. And this 4th wire I'll do on camera so you guys see how to do this. And you strip her down. You twist her over. Same thing on this brown side over here, coming from the module. Twist that. Grab this, then insert her. You clamp her down. Do a little tug. Make sure it's in there. You don't want it popping out now. You spoil the fun. Now you insert her in the other hole. Clamp that down. Give that a tug from behind, and now heat her up. Get her all hot. And you're done. Alright, so now they want you to connect the yellow wire to the turn signal wire and the brown wire to the marker lights. And in instructions they say one goes to the gray wire, the brown, and the yellow goes to the left turn signal. So I connected my test light to a ground. I have somebody inside the car turn the left turn signal on now. So it turned it on. And these are the two wires here, one gray one here, one gray one here. Now I should have one that's blinking. It's the two middle wires up and down, this one. So that's where the yellow wire goes, to left turn signal. And the other one is the marker light. So if we turn the headlights on, that's the other gray wire. You turn the headlights off, and it turns off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure, double check, I'm going to cut these wires inside. There's a harness, I'll show you that. And I'm just going to double check that these are the correct wires again when I cut them. And I'm just going to connect these wires to it. So these are where the wires are located. Right in here, you just follow it. These are the wires here. So I'm not going to show this, I'm just going to cut it, test the wires like I just showed you, and connect the yellow and brown wires to that from the module. Okay, one little tidbit. We cut into the harness over here for the taillights. Do not use these. These are the taps that they give you with the kit. These are horrible, garbage. Do not use those. Use these with the heat shrinkable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, one side it taps into the harness, then I'm going to put two on one side. One is going to come from the module, and the other side is going to be straight to the back of the car. So 2 into 1 I'm going to do with this instead of using that tap. Also, one more thing. The tape here actually works. As you can see, we have some marks. So make sure you tape the car too. Alright, so I ran the black wire to the positive here with the fuse disconnected out of the fuse holder. They give you a loop over here. So when you try to take this all the way out, this bolt over here in the nut, it actually stripped over here because it butts up against this aluminum terminal. So I just cut that bolt out and you put a regular bolt here with a nut, and that's what I did there. And on this side I just put for the ground I just put a open connector here. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fuse back in the holder, and I'm going to zip tie all these wires, preferably to all the stock wiring. Follow stock wiring and zip tie to all those. So the right turning signal, I connected it to the blue wire with the gray, the gray with the blue stripe on it, and spliced in just like that. I'm going to put a loom on this, I'm going to put this back here, and that's the right turning signal. Alright, now we're going to go to the plug and check to see if we have everything here. We're going to do the right turn signal, turn that on. That's the right turn signal. Left turn signal. That's good. Now the headlights, for the marker lights, that's on. Now these two should be solid for the brakes. Hit the brakes. And we're good. So we put the module up here with some double-sided tape that they supply you with the kit. And the rest of the stuff, we're going to put a loom. I put some of the loom already. And we're pretty much done with the wiring here. Alright, so this is how this looks like. We put some silicone, adaptive silicone on that grommet. And everything here looks nice. Everything cleaned up nicely. And same within here, everything cleaned up nicely. We'll put a loom on it. So all the wiring is done. Also, one more thing, when you check this, one of the things over here is the ground, so you can check also the ground. I know I showed you guys everything else. So this one here is the ground. So make sure you put a test light on the positive, and it lights up on this ground one right here. So that's how you test that. And now over here, we have this ready. It tells you here exactly where to cut. So basically you find the center over here, from here to here. Then from center it's 5 inches from here to there. From here to here is 5 inches from the center. From here to here is 5 inches. Then this, the bottom piece here, is 13¼ inches. So I'm just going to go cut this out here with the Dremel right now. Time to cut! Done. Alright, now put the bumper back on.
I think it was.
This goes in here. This goes in here. Okay, and this goes here. The bumper's in. Alright, so we had to cut a little bit more over here because we're putting this in and it wasn't locking. What happens is when it pushes on this, it locks it in place. There's a little button right there. So pop this in and it's locked in place. That's nice right there. And there's a key, you can also lock it. There's a knob here, you twist it and it comes right out. Just like that. So that's how you install a hitch on an Audi. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like me, and share me. See ya!